So
yeah, I'm so psyched on just being able to critique.
It's a little bit easier than taking the gap.
You got that right.
Well, when Mark Sanchez sees the way David Gravett falls, he's going to say that I've never been hit like that.
He's going to be glad he wears full pads and a helmet.
That's it.
So we get it.
David Gravett only scorpions. He always falls to scorpion.
We'll have to look for that. David Gravett, Jordan Hoffert, and Manny Santiago in Jam 7. About to get underway. 3 minutes in the first zone of 3.
That's Gravett in the Volcom shirt. He's hugging Manny Santiago right there.
Oh, 3 jam bro hugs. Look at that.
Watching Gravett earlier in qualifiers, one of the more creative skaters out there, using parts of the course. There weren't even parts of the course. Just like that. Just that creativity. Yeah. If you talk about overall impression, you'd have to assume that the judges give a little bump to that.
You have to. I mean, judges, I mean, when you see tons of skateboarding all the time, that creativity comes into a big play. You say overall impression, man, just smile. You're just impressed. I mean, like, that makes you feel good when you see skateboarding. You're having a good time out there.
And it's Santiago just recently went pro with Felix Aguilera's company, Ammo.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say just recently lost a tooth because you saw him smile right there.
That's why he doesn't smile.
That's Jordan Hoffert right there with the hat on the front board slide.
I wonder if he's found out that he didn't get a hug.
Oh, yeah, Jordan wasn't involved in the hug session weird. Right there, huh? Nollie heel into the bank.
Anti-Canadian sentiment.
And a backside flip over the hip right there. There's Manny, that big hug smile. We've got just about 2 minutes left.
Hoffart recently just won the Make-A-Wish contest skateboarder put on a great event to raise money for kids.
Yeah, last weekend at Stoner Park in LA. I was there.
Yeah.
Very good times.
It's cool when skateboarding gets together to raise money for things like that.
Yeah. So this just in a previous jam that we saw, Rodrigo TX is going to be out with injury. So that jam group will continue onward without him. But Andrew Reynolds did get the win out of that first zone of 3. So currently, I believe, in second place overall right now. Andrew Reynolds looking well, looking good at this point, I should say, to make the top 12 to advance to the finals tomorrow.
That was that 360 we were talking about before, off the top right into the transition. That's a great one.
Good one. Good one. Yeah, Andrew Reynolds is in second. Bujnitz holding on to first, and Lutzka is in third right now overall. But Gravett, man, I would love to see Gravett in the finals. That's possible. That's definitely possible.
And we were talking about the top of the show, though, the variety of skaters you get. How cool is it when you get a guy, say like Andrew Reynolds, pulled into this event, and then you get a guy like Gravett, you see him in the Creature videos, but then you get to see that creativity in a comp format.
Yeah, you got that right. He's just and he's out there having a good time with everything he does. It's not as calculated, he's just having fun.
I'll tell you what, if I had to skate against Andrew Reynolds, suddenly I'd be hurt too.
Is that what Rodrigo texted?
No, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying
I'm hurt. I'm a little hurt. Jordan Hoffert's having a hard time out there this
a little off his flow.
He is.
He rolled out with a nice karate roll, though. He's been watching those Fuel Karate TV shows.
And he did skate earlier, so he might be a little out of gas, man. Gravett going for a front 50-50 late shove it off that rail right there. Manny Santiago landed a little sideways on a kickflip.
And that is a trick that Manny was trying over and over again earlier. Just obliterated himself on that trick.
I don't know what David started with right there, but there he is.
I was hoping he was going to do this. The other day in practice, he was doing a bunch of tech manual tricks. That's all he was doing. He wasn't even hitting. Yeah, I was all across the top. I was like, you're the best.
Tons of cheers in the crowd, man.
Gravett's like that.
He's like a fan favorite this weekend, huh?
He won last year's best trick in Orange County.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. With that giant rail. That was insane.
Cheers for these guys.
That's the end, man, right there.
Jam 7 in the books.
That's Dustin Dolan right there. We mentioned the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He showed up late, and he just matched the prize money.
That was great. That was
awesome.
A lot of times, guys people don't know what these guys do with their money, and that is just so nice that Dustin Dolan did that.
It's just all about giving back, just like this skate park here. The Maloofs are giving back skate parks. I think they're going to do D.C., South Africa. It's nice. Somebody give me a skate park.
Build a park, leave in the community.
I like it.
In your yard, the Chris Naracco Pro.
I like that sweaty hat Gravet's got on. Indeed.
Someone get him a new hat.
Proves that he's been working for it. Aiming for that $160,000 first place prize, but looking back at Gravett.
There's that drop down to nose blunt slide. Gravett getting all creative. Pivot, jumping back into fakie, up onto the ledge. Oh, there's an, okay, he went the nose manual up, down, all the way around. The crowd was feeling it. Look at everyone watching him in the background. And watch it right at the end. He does like the thumbs, like, hey, yeah.
It's like someone's bar mitzvah. He's the party pumper.
Making skateboarding fun. Pop, shove it to Smith grind. Super hard trick right there. Manny Santiago, that was no joke. Where the nose manual wasn't as hard, but hey, you know what? You got the cheers. That's a heel flip right there, Jordan Hofford. Here's the other angle. Perfect heel flip. Karate kick. Caught. There you go. Perfect landing.
So David Gravett, highest score out of Jam 7 group, out of Section 1, 81.33. And we keep reminding all the viewers, 3 sections. And our Jam groups will get a chance to attack each one of them. Dennis Busenitz still on top. Andrew Reynolds, as we mentioned, in second. And Greg Lutzka rounding out the top 3.
Look at Gravett put himself in 5th right there.
I'll tell you what, if you're just even anywhere within the top 7 going into that second zone, if you can hold on, it's all about making the top 12. That's who will advance to the finals tomorrow, and that's when all bets are off because you're going to open up the entire course, and it's going to become head-to-head format.
But you got to watch out about just advancing because this is a madness-type bracket, and you don't want to be number 12 facing off against the number 1 guy because you're going to get your teeth handed to you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at this next heat. Like rookies, man. It's like the rookie heat.
This is the one I've been waiting for.
Figgy, Corey Kennedy, and Nick, top qualifiers. So expect even more, I would say, intensity in this. These are the guys that were the top qualifiers coming out of qualification
There's Justin
earlier.
Figueroa right there, first pro contest. Nick Merlino from Atlantic City in that blue hat.
Yeah, qualified first in the he was first in qualifiers. And there's Figgy again. Nick from the background. Yeah, backside flip over the hip. There goes Figgy. Kick flip front 5-0. A lot harder than the kick flip. I think he's got the back on the back truck.
It's Corey Kennedy. He just showed up right before his run before.
Yeah.
He just blasted his way into second.
The contest was already going, and we had to put him in different heat. He just showed up. He was on West Coast time.
What does that mean?
He showed up 3 hours late, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's from Washington State. He's all wet on the brain.
We're on the East Coast.
He's a recent pro as well, though. He just this week turned pro for girls skateboarding.
Yeah, he doesn't have a board out. We don't have a board in the shop yet.
That's it.
Front feeble coming out, backside 180. Figgy right there. That's a hard trick. Don't see it so much.
You were talking about the Smith earlier. Feeble just kind of pushed all the way over.
Yeah, feeble's like coming the other way. Same trick coming the other way.
Nick Merlino brought an entire busload of people from Atlantic City. Usually it's the other way around. You take a bus full of people down to Atlantic City.
They all took the bus back to New York City to support Merlino.
You know what's amazing about him? He has got his dealer's license. He was dealing cards in a casino. That was his first job.
That is crazy to hear. It really is. His dad's a dealer as well.
So he's a shark. Never trust him. Never get a card game with him. Yeah.
Clarify, card dealer.
Pretty special.
Man, I want to see Merlino in the finals. I think he can do it. I'd love to see him win himself some of that money.
I think all 3 of these guys are going to be advancing. Just so good.
Corey Kennedy might get caught up doing too hard tricks.
Well, in terms of consistency, I think Nick's been there. You know, he's a little bit higher on the consistency. But Figgy, if he can pull off what he's been trying, I mean, this was stuff that he was pulling easily in qualifiers.
Maybe they're a little gassed.
Yeah.
Could be.
Or you see that Merlin twist out of Corey Kennedy. You know that one?
Oh, yeah, I think over that he does over hips.
Yeah, switch front foot and possibly.
Yeah.
Curious to know,
Insane.
too, how many skaters this is their first pro event today. There's a couple of guys, I think, making pro debut.
I think, yeah, Nick Merlino skated Tampa Pro a few months ago, but definitely Corey and Figgy, first pro contest ever.
That's crazy. To just drop into a pro event and on this scale.
And Figgy hadn't even skated in a hand contest in a while.
No, he hasn't been around in a while. He kind of took a break from that. I think he spent all his time focusing on Stay Gold. Have you watched his B-side of Stay Gold? It is insane.
Yeah, John Miner is killing it with those.
Yeah, that's amazing.
B-sides of all these guys. Andrew Reynolds, Ryan Herman that skated earlier.
Yeah.
Westgate skated earlier.
I'm a fan of the B-side more than the video.
Yeah, it's so good. Our personality. It's really great.
Yeah, Figgy just needed that 360 flip. And that's it for jam number 8, section number 1.
Molino's toast. His legs are
Look at him.
maybe a little shaky.
Winded.
Having to skate all day long.
2 more sections to go for these guys. That's like where strategy comes in. You got to know how much energy to put in. There's Merlino right there with the blue beanie. Nollie to backside 5-0. Super hard when you do an ollie off the nose. That's what a nollie is. Frontside flip, perfect catch. He may have been watching Andrew Reynolds quite a bit, looking at that frontside flip. That is Andrew's trick. There's Figgy. Kick flip to frontside 5-0 grind. He had that so perfectly. And then we have a front feeble. That's the front feeble back 180.
Love that.
What a front feeble is basically getting on a backsmith from the other side of the rail. And there's that 360 flip. See that catch with the front foot? Boom. Perfect landing. Barely touched his hand.
All smiles, Figgy. That should be.
He's been collecting some ink.
But yeah.
Wow.
Is that an Aussie tattoo?
I don't know. I saw it.
I remember when I was 14.
Well, scores being tabulated. We'll see how Figgy fared in the first section of 3. Much more skating when we come back to the Maloof Money Cup 5 right after this. It was New York City's first Maloof Money Cup. It was New York City's first Maloof Money Cup, and the final saw 4 main contenders. 2 had won cups before. 2 were pushing for their first.
Last section of the contest here, it's on!
Battling through the competition and storm-filled skies, it was Chris Cole, who repeated his 2009 feat and took home the $100,000 prize.
It's a very stiff competition. Those guys are, I mean, they are the best in the world. This is an honor to win the first East Coast Maloof.
With the Maloof Money Cup in hand, the contest continued to Orange County, California.
Maloof Money Cup, make some noise, Orange County!
In heat after heat, limits were pushed, and tricks landed from section to section.
Can't believe it. Switch heel!
Cole confidently cruised to the final, where he watched team phenom Nigel Houston surprise the world with a perfect run.
Where was he training for this?
I see Malta and Chris Cole looking at each other.
Then it was Cole's
There's
turn,
ever a time for a perfect score.
digging deep into his bag of tricks. He too was unstoppable
I do not envy the judges, ladies and gentlemen.
and rolled away the winner with his second Maloof Money Cup of the year.
Chris Cole's got the eye of the tiger.
Now in 2011, with an even bigger prize purse on the line, the world will have to wait for Cole.